Good morning, everybody, and welcome. This is an unusual day today. We have 3 public meetings in a row. We're going to start off with the most important one of all, special meeting of the Commissioners of City of Rehoboth Beach. It is Monday, December 9th, 2024. I call this meeting to order at 9:01 a.m. We'll take a roll call. In lieu of a roll call, have the records show that all commissioners are present, but for the one vacant seat vacated by Don Preston. That gives us a quorum, and we're able to formally conduct business today in this matter before us. The matter before us is a special meeting to consider the mayor's nomination of Mark Saunders to fill a vacant office of commissioner created by the resignation of Commissioner Don Preston. As we know, Don Preston resigned as commissioner on November 20, 2024. The process for filling the now vacant commissioner seat is for the mayor to nominate a replacement to fill the vacant seat for the remainder of the term, which in this case would end in September 2026. And then secondly, for the commissioners to take that nomination and vote, hopefully to affirm. I believe Mark Saunders is a strong choice to represent Rehoboth Beach community as a commissioner. He is a full-time resident with local government and community leadership experience. Mark missed out being elected to the Board of Commissioners by only 32 votes this summer. Mark has outstanding experience representing his fellow citizens as a 6-year member of the Rehoboth Beach Homeowners Association, 2 of which he served as president. He currently is serving on the city's Board of Adjustment, and previously he was appointed to the city's Parking Committee and Parking Garage Task Force. I'm confident that as a commissioner, Mark will serve our community well, with integrity and a commitment to collaborative decision-making. With that, I would entertain a motion to appoint Mark Saunders to fill the vacant seat of the office of commissioner previously held by Don Preston through the term ending in September 2026.
Mayor, I make a motion to appoint Mark Sanders to fill the vacant office of commissioner created by the resignation of Commissioner Don Preston.
Mayor, I had, before you,
I'm going to go to discussion.
okay, you will.
Yep.
Okay.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Patrick Gossett and a second by Commissioner Ed Stranowski to not affirm Mark Saunders as the commissioner to fill the vacant seat vacated by former Commissioner Don Preston. We'll go to discussion. Is there any discussion up here? Because I do want to go to the public also.
Here,
Will you go first, and then I'll go to the public, or public first?
I prefer to go first.
Okay.
I guess. I mean, what I'm saying is pretty candid. And this is not about Mark. I have been friends with Mark for over 4 years. I'm very fond of both Mark and his husband, Bob, but it's about the process. Commissioner Markert was Mark Saunders' campaign manager this past summer. He and his wife hosted a coffee in their house, both for Mark and for Craig. Craig ran on a de facto ticket with Mark by early July because there were at least 4, and I believe closer to 7 joint coffees held to endorse Commissioner Markert and Commissioner Terr as a slate. So we have at least 2 commissioners who at a minimum should recuse themselves from this vote. But the main problem relates to why probably Commissioner Preston resigned. He's not specific. There is not a diversity of opinion up here, and by adding someone who's so aligned with at least 2 other commissioners, and I believe he's aligned with 4 other commissioners, it will make it difficult to achieve anything different, to effect change in this city. It will make my job even more difficult than it already is. And this isn't about me particularly, but we need a voice which represents the people more than what what we already have up here, and I'm very concerned about the process that has led to this nomination. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner,
I'd
you
like to
would you
respond to
wanna
that if I
respond?
may. I don't know where you gave your information. I'm not Mark's campaign manager. There, as far as I know, there was no position such as that. You know, yes, I supported Mark, and I supported Craig. You know, during the election, we had 4 candidates. 2 of them won, and now we're looking to put one of those, you know, other candidates who run on the board. I don't see how you can misconstrue anyone's personal support of something as being in some way detrimental to this process. You know, we live in a small town. There's a limited number of people here. I would hope over the course of time, everyone in this city will run for office. You know, I mean, it's an open thing, and I value the people who consider doing it. I value the people that win, and I certainly value Mark's experience and his commitment that he's shown both on being on city boards and with the homeowners association. I think he's an exemplary candidate. To me, this is a no-brainer, but I don't really understand your insinuation.
Is there any further comment up here before I go to the
A
public?
brief response to there were 50 campaign signs for Mark dropped off at your house when you were out of town, and you know there's other evidence that you were his de facto campaign manager, but
No.
All right, we'll go to the members of the public. Is there any member of the public that would like to speak? Like to indicate that there's one-time opportunity to speak, 3-minute limit. And if you would, Tom, start out with your name and relationship to the city, please.
Tom Gaynor, property owner in Rehoboth. Again, this is not about future Commissioner Sanders, which I have no doubt will be the case. It's about the process. You know, he dropped off the BOA, ran, and as soon as he lost, you put him back on the BOA stand. This is about you, and this is about the fact that it's incumbent upon him to prove to us that he's not your guy on that commission. And with regard to the recusal, you guys invented a process at the last meeting to force a recusal that you had no basis for in law. And you know it and I know it. And you're a lawyer, a better lawyer than the one who facilitated it would know it. And you targeted Commissioner Good for an issue, I don't even know what the issue was, and it's highly irrelevant. The bottom line is you invented a recusal process. You neutralize the voice of the people of Rehoboth, and integrity demands, frankly, that both of you recuse yourself from this vote. You ran on a ticket with him. You were his manager. I sat across from the parking lot watching you run his campaign and the machinations behind the scenes. So don't have the audacity to tell people in this room that you were not the de facto guy running his campaign. For you to vote for him on this commission to run a $38 million corporation to represent the people is a travesty. Your integrity should demand better of both of you. And I hope that your better angels prevail and that the two of you selectively, rather than forcibly, as you invented a process to target a new commissioner without the benefit of legal counsel. And frankly, that guy, Walton, is lucky he's not dancing with an ethics violation. You guys should recuse yourselves for the betterment of the people and for the betterment of this process. We deserve better.
Thank you, Tom.
Good morning. I'm Hort Decker, live on Laurel Street. I'd like to speak in favor of balance. And
Favor of what?
I'd like to speak, this is the second time you've said this to me. I'm the guy wearing the hearing aids, not you.
Me too, I couldn't understand. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That's because I come from South Rehoboth. I'd like to speak about balance, okay? Balance on the commissioners' podium. First of all, I would like to say that I don't really know Mark Saunders, but I'm really impressed. I've had some back and forth with the gentleman. during the campaign this past summer. But I think what he did for the homeowners association was very effective. He really made a, I won't call it dormant, but it was close to dormant, organization very vibrant and very effective. So he would be a great candidate. He just doesn't happen to share my philosophical view about goings on in the city, and I'm afraid what we're going to be facing is a slam dunk situation with the majority being in such high level of majority that it's just rubber stamping. So what I'm asking for, and I sent you guys a letter a week or so ago suggesting someone else be nominated that would provide a little bit more balance for the commissioners. And I don't know how, again, your process is very unclear. You know, I don't know that I can be a person that would make a nomination, but I would suggest that somebody on the board wants to make a nomination, that somebody that might give it a little more balance to the commissioners would be appropriate. Thank you.
Thank you, Hoyt. Anybody else from the public? If not, then we'll bring it back up here. We do have a motion on the table to affirm the mayor's nomination of Mark Saunders. And with that, is there any additional discussion up here? If not, I'll call the motion. Commissioner Good?
For the reasons I stated, I need to vote nay.
Commissioner Stranowski?
Aye.
Commissioner Gossett?
Aye.
Commissioner Markert?
Aye.
Commissioner Thier?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye also. That leaves us a 5-1 vote, and the motion carries, and you are now affirmed. Congratulations, Mark. It's part B of this special meeting is to administer the oath of office to the person elected by the commissioners to fill the vacant office of the commissioner created by the resignation of Don Preston. If you would come forward, and Judge Renee Bennett, our alderman, will administer the oath of office on this side up here and fairly close to the table, so the microphones will capture your speech.
I, and state your full name,
I, Mark Saunders,
do proudly swear
do proudly swear
to carry out the responsibilities
to carry out the responsibilities
of the office of Commissioner
of the office of Commissioner
of the City of Rehoboth Beach
of the City of Rehoboth Beach
to the best of my
to
ability,
the best of my ability,
freely acknowledging
freely acknowledging
the powers of this office
the powers of this office
flow from the people
flow from the people
I am privileged to
I
represent.
am privileged to represent.
I further swear
I further swear
always to place the public interest
always to place the public interest
above any special
above any special
or personal interest,
or personal interest,
and to respect the right of future generations
and to respect the right of future generations
to share the rich historic
to share the rich historic
and natural heritage of Delaware.
and natural heritage of Delaware.
In doing so,
In doing so,
I will always uphold
I will always uphold
and defend
and defend
the constitutions of my country
the constitutions of my country
and my state,
and my state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Mark?
Thank you, Commissioners. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah, thank you, I appreciate that.
Mark, when you're ready.
Do some signing here. Thank you very much. Got to go to work.
People hopefully work.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Winding road.
And with that, there's additional opportunity for citizen comment off topic. Is there anybody who would like to say anything at this point? If not, thank you very much. That concludes. There's no more business to conduct, and I adjourn this meeting at 9:16 a.m. We need to have a reset of the live stream, and so we'll recess for just a few minutes.